It is on a Thursday. The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix. Dallas Cowboys in Chicago this week.
Absolutely. Let's talk about it. Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys joining us here on the Buyers Barricades at guest line. Stephen, let's start with Sunday's game against the New York Giants. Down to overtime, Brandon Aubrey with that game winner. As you were watching that game that looked like an arena game in the fourth quarter, what was going through your mind?
Well, it was a lot of ups and downs, I can assure you, and went from a lot of highs and to a lot of lows in a quick hurry. But ultimately, to pull that out against a big-time divisional opponent, and we struggled last year at home. It was great to see us get a win for our fans, and hopefully I learned a lot from this. Obviously, we've got to improve if we want to have the type of team we want to have. In several areas, but certainly there was a lot of good to take away, but a lot to learn from.
Well, let's talk about some of the good, Stephen. That offense and in particular your quarterback just seemed to be clicking in that ball game and just matching the Giants point for point.
Yeah, I think, obviously I think Dak's off to a great start. And, boy, when that happens, we usually win a lot of football games when he's rolling like this. And I know, he's certainly playing at a high level, and then, he's always brings his leadership to the table as well. And, really, this offense is rolling right now. Certainly, we're running the ball well too behind Javonte Williams and, a really good young offensive line. The offense is really clicking, and defensively, I have a lot of confidence in Coach Eberflus and what he brings to the table, and really think that, as we move forward, we're only going to get better as, the guys understand exactly what he's wanting from them and vice versa. He's learning our personnel, but fully expect that to get better as well.
Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star, and that would be part of the the good and bad. 450 yards passing from Russell Wilson. What were your conversations with Eberflus this week about the secondary?
Well, we just, we shot ourselves in the foot, mentally, had some real breakdowns that, I think we can get corrected. I think the guys are going to respond to it, but, there were obvious mental errors that, cost us to give up 8 explosive plays. And, one of the things Russell does maybe as good as anyone in the business is throw the deep ball. And we just, we gave up too many big plays, and, he hit those balls when they were there, and we've got to be better.
Stephen, when you were on with us last week, we asked you about Jadeveon Clowney, and you said we said he left camp without a contract. You said, well, that might not be over. You guys end up signing him. What kind of an impact, at least early on, do you think he can make?
Yeah, he's a disruptive player that obviously can rush the passer. We're not wanting him to be an every down guy for us. We want him to come in and, get 20, 25 snaps, in general, rushing the passer. But he's been a very disruptive player in this league, and we feel like he still can play at a high level and really help us out.
Stephen Jones of the Cowboys here on the Blitz. Kevontae Turpin did practice today. If he's able to play Sunday against Chicago, would he be the one returning kicks, or would you look at letting somebody else do that? Maybe even is that a reason for Jaden Blue to finally be active?
Well, I think, right now he's just doing great. I mean, what a tough guy. I mean, he's in there, hurt his neck in the first half, and then, had it happen again there in the second half, but nothing deters him. And he sure was stoved up after the game, but he was running around out there looking great. And I do know, obviously, we're continuing to get Jaden Blue ready to play, and I know his time's going to come. But, if Terp's going to be up, the thought would be that, he's one of the premier returner in the league, we believe, and certainly we'll be putting him to use as long as he's healthy.
Speaking of players that Cowboy fans are anxious to see play, Siobhan Ravel, I know Jerry on his visit with the Dallas radio station earlier this week said he's close. When do you expect him perhaps to get in the lineup, Stephen?
Yeah, I think it's I expect him to start practicing. Obviously, can't do it before 4 weeks, but he should be ready to go then. And then, it's just how fast he picks everything up, gets in play shape. gets out there and executing the defense and see how he does. I mean, obviously, everything we've seen in him has been super positive. He's very much about football. He loves the game. He's into it, and hopefully the learning curve will be short with him because he's got a lot of gifts that you just can't coach in terms of his, speed, explosion, length. He has it all, and everything that we've seen, as we prepared him, coming off that knee injury is all plus. And so feel like, hopefully it'll probably take the full 3 weeks more than likely of practicing before we activate him. And then hopefully it'll be shortly after that he'll be ready to go.
Stephen Jones of the Dallas Cowboys, good luck this weekend against the Bears.
Thank you, guys. Always great being on with you.
Appreciate it. Stephen Jones of the Cowboys here on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com.